I'm Chronix, and this is Ted DiBiase from the most extreme wrestling, and this is your Smackdown review for February 17th, 2012. The Elimination Chamber is this Sunday, so this is the last show until that pay-per-view. Okay, first of all, we start out with the video package, and it is Daniel Bryan hitting the gold on the back of Randy Orton's head. And we cut directly to Teddy Long and Randy Orton sitting on a couch, looking kind of awkward, talking very low. Randy Orton looks like he's just got in trouble with his parents, and they're about to reprimand him. It was kind of weird. Teddy Long says, "Alright, man, this is out of my hands. I cannot do anything about this. I know that you're in your gear, your t-shirt and your tights, and you're ready to go. You even got your little knee pads and boots on. But you will not be able to compete tonight. And actually, you will not be able to compete this Sunday at the Elimination Chamber inside the Smackdown Elimination Chamber." And mini boos. People don't like this. Randy Orton doesn't like this. He looks very upset. And he says, "Look, playa, we got the security and everything outside. You need to go home and get out of here." And he does not like this. The Randy Orton chants start. There's even more Randy Orton chants. They go on forever. And he kind of stands up and, well, that's the end of the segment. Apparently, he's going to be going home. He has a concussion. Yes. Apparently, this concussion is legitimate, and this is why he has to go home, because of that little slap to the back of the head. I question it. I hate the fact that I have to question if this is legitimate or not, because they keep having fake injury angles. You had the whole thing with Zack Ryder getting killed, his back was broken, then he has a herniated disc, then he walks in the ring like a week or two later, then he gets thrown off of a cage, man, it sounded like Michael Cole. He got chokeslammed through the cage. No, he got thrown off of the stage, and then he's on YouTube making his Z True Long Island story. And then you had Randy Orton getting like beat up by Wade Barrett or whatever and messing up his back, but then he was back in 2 weeks. So, I don't know. Apparently it's for real concussion and he cannot compete in the Elimination Chamber or tonight or whenever. So I'm just like, if they are working us, I'm going to be angry because that is not cool. Like, oh, the guy's got a concussion. Oh, he really doesn't. Oh, the guy's got a broken back. To me, that's messed up. Because what happens when a guy really does get one? Then we're going to sit there and be like, oh, this is fake. But anyways, moving on. First match of the night is the Big Show and Khali, they are faces, versus the bad guys of Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett. Cody Rhodes, of course, is the Intercontinental Champion. So, I don't know what's up with Wade Barrett's music. I don't really get his new music, I'm just saying. But the match, not that interesting. Khali actually didn't look too bad, which is a big surprise. Cody Rhodes, of course, looked cool. I kept thinking, wait, Cody Rhodes is Intercontinental Champion. How come he's not like in a singles feud or something? I mean, he's got the belt and he's not defending it. I don't know, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's almost as if he only has that belt with the white trim and everything just to be a part of his attire, because it looks cool with his attire. And that definitely isn't cool. Intercontinental Championship should be above that. But it's not. It's just barely above his waist. Anyways, Big Show's getting plenty of pops. He gets the choke slam, covers Wade Barrett, gets the win. And Khali doesn't really like this. Khali is kind of like, hey man, I think I was supposed to do something or something. Yeah, he just gives him that look like he wanted the pin or something. I don't know. So, WMD to your face! And you get knocked out. So Khali gets knocked out. Big Show seems to be on a tear. I guess he's really upset or something because of what happened on Raw, getting hit with the belt, I guess. Anyways, back in Teddy Long's office, the suspended Mark Henry shows up, and he wants to take Randy Orton's vacated spot in the Elimination Chamber. So the Big Show comes in all sweaty and panting because of his match he just had, and he's like, nah man, that can't happen. I want to have a match with Daniel Bryan tonight. And I like how Big Show is so tall that you can see the television lighting set up in the room. I mean, seriously? Like, it just looked so incredibly fake, but I tried to ignore it. I was just like, okay, I can't see the television lighting exposing that this is a television spot on a TV show. Took me completely out of the whole segment. But anyways, Mark Henry making fun of his heavy breathing that Big Show was doing because he just had a match and he's all winded and everything. So, for that comment, a WMD right to the face of Mark Henry. Was that justified? I don't know. I mean, I guess, well, Mark Henry's a big bad guy, and Big Show's really upset. Okay, I just found that to be rather odd, I'm just saying. So the Big Show then proceeds to tear up the entire room, throwing couches and love seats and furniture and lamps and... Dude, get it together. You're a good guy. You're not supposed to be doing this. So, we see Teddy Long backstage. He's got some security guards, which we will call indie wrestlers because they looked like indie wrestlers. I don't know. But anyways, I'm sure that they were. Teddy Long wants the Big Show ejected from the arena, and he tells the security guards this, but the security guard number one, who obviously is the guy that they want to push the most from, you know, whatever, he's like, oh, well, we can't do this because he's a big scary guy and everything. So they don't want to do this. They're afraid of the Big Show because he's a big, unpredictable mammoth who can do the WMD right to your face. So they call for backup. And apparently, backup's going to come at some other point because Ted DiBiase, are you awake? Is going to go against Unico. So, this was a very high-flying match, and man, I don't know what it is about Unico, but man, he is like impressing me every time I see him. He's always doing these crazy moves that you don't normally see people do. And I'm just thinking, oh, Unico, this is going to be a guy who's just like, yeah, boring. He gets in there and he impresses me. I don't know. I guess I had really low standards for the guy or something. But anyways... Ted DiBiase tries to get the offense, but out of nowhere, he comes in with a quick roll-up pin, whatever it was, quick pin. Unico comes away with the victory, and poor Ted DiBiase goes away with the sad face because he loses. Alright, so now, it's the Usos versus Epico and Primo. Epico and Primo, the tag champions, with Rosa. So, of course, my eyes are peeled for the entrance of Epico and Primo. Man, those names. I like this move that Epico and Primo did. They did like a suplex onto the other guys, which ended up being like a senton landing on top of the guy. So I thought that was pretty cool. They did a lot of high spots, but it worked out good. I liked how Primo he's like running full steam, and he runs right in to the Tree of Woe, hanging upside down, and I was like, dang, man, the guy could have, like, broke his leg doing that or something, but obviously he knew what he was doing. Usos go for a splash, knees to the chest, because it was countered, and then the backstabber, which is like the code breaker, so why are they using that move? I don't know, but anyways, Epico and Primo come away with the win, and they impressed me. Also, those guys always impress me, and I was like, man. And here's another thing. Rosa is actually a good manager. She was getting on the crowd, she was getting angry, she was cheering on her boys, and she looked good while doing it. I mean, literally and figuratively, she looked good. And I'm just thinking, man, this girl is like one of the best managers. I mean, I know there's not really any managers, but, you know, in a while, and I'm just like, seriously? That's kind of crazy, like thinking that, but she was good. And I liked it. I liked seeing her, and man, 2 tag teams in WWE that make sense. Unbelievable. I think we might need some more of them. Alright, so Daniel Bryan's in the ring. He's a World Heavyweight Champion. He mentions that he knocked out 2 people that we already aforementioned over there on Raw. And he says that everyone is afraid of Daniel Bryan and everyone is afraid of tapping out because he is the champion, and he harasses Lillian Garcia to tell everyone and announce him as the winner and World Heavyweight Champion and everything. So she reluctantly does it in her hot pink dress, and he says, yes, 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 as Teddy Long comes down to the ring. And he says, guess what? You are in a match against Sheamus. So I'm like, alright, man, I really love this match. I mean, for real, both of those guys looked awesome. They did a bunch of great moves. I was really liking it. After you get those Irish chest bombs that Sheamus does, you know, he does like 100 of them while they're all tied up in the ropes. Daniel Bryan pretty much no-sells it as he gets outside of the ring and grabs his championship. And when I say no-sells it, I mean because he walks out, like he gets it. I mean, it looks like it hurts. He rolls out of the ring, and as soon as he rolls out of the ring, he's like... And he just kind of walks over there. Maybe not like no-selling it, but underselling it. I think he should have hurt a little bit more. But I understand the reasoning. He needed to get the belt and he needed to do the thing. So maybe there really wasn't enough time, but I don't know. It didn't feel like it fit. But that's just a minor complaint to a very small spot that lasted about 2 seconds. He grabs the belt and he tries to leave, but Sheamus cuts him off. They fight some more, and this is what gets crazy. He slaps Sheamus. Sheamus gets so angry looking, and this is one thing I've always commended Sheamus on, that he can sell and like really give you that impression that he is going to kill you and rip you in half. He always gets that expression on his face, and it's great. Daniel Bryan cowers because he's the heel, and Sheamus, he gets slapped or whatever, and he can't believe it, all that. He's all up in the ropes, and it happens again, but we don't really see it. Something happens, and they don't show it. It looks like he gets slapped again, but the camera is showing a random fan reacting to nothing, and then you come back, and then Sheamus is angry again, which I was like, what? I mean, why did they edit it like that? Was something botched? I don't know, because they didn't show it. And Sheamus goes insane. He's got Daniel Bryan in the ropes. He's pounding on it. He's pounding on the referee. Charles Robinson is like, no, dude, you got to stop. We got to separate this. You cannot have somebody in the rope and beat him down like this. You are getting too crazy. He cannot subdue him. He tries to pull Sheamus off, but Sheamus is like, oh, no, I'm getting him. He pushes the referee down to the ground, which calls for the disqualification. And just like that, Daniel Bryan wins by disqualification. So I didn't like the way that ended, but man, Sheamus looked hot. He looked like he was going to kill Daniel Bryan even after the match. He was just like, his face was red. He was like, ah! I could see like literal flames coming out of that red hair. His head was on fire. It was like on WrestleMania the arcade game when Bam Bam Bigelow got all crazy and the flames started coming out for real. That's what it reminded me of. Now, Teddy Long is back there. He's setting up the Wild Card Battle Royal to fill in the vacated spot for the Elimination Chamber match. We got Randy Orton's no longer in there. Somebody's got to be in there. Man, he ain't going to be bullied. He's going to say every single superstar in the entire universe is eligible for this Battle Royal to take that spot. So first, now, let's get to a match before we get to that, because that's actually the main event. So we get Ezekiel Jackson versus Jinder Mahal. A camel clutch by Jinder Mahal, and Ezekiel Jackson taps out. So a kind of a whatever match, as Booker T does not even notice that the match ends with that. So I just thought that was hilarious. Now, Alicia Fox and Tamina versus Natalya and Beth. Alright, Natalya completely dominates this match. I'm like, thank you, girl. You are killing in this match. You are looking good. I like your ring attire with the whole pink thing. You are just beating the crap out of them, doing some good moves, doing some believable moves. And I mean, of course, we all know that Natalya is great in the ring, but they're like letting her go because she was doing the whole farting thing. It looks like that's over, right? So, as she's beating them up, oh boy, Alicia Fox. I thought she was doing good, honestly, I really did. But then she botched a leapfrog. Go back to wrestling school. Girl, you were doing good for a whole minute, but then you messed up. But anyways, as we get into the sharpshooter, Natalya's got the sharpshooter on there. She's got it on tight, and it looks like it's all over. She's going to tap out. But then the referee, looks like he's got something in his eye. I don't know what's going on. He's like, and then reality, it hits me like a bullet, like a punch to the face. And like a WMD from the Big Show. And I'm just like, she farted, didn't she? And yes, Natalya farted. And the referee was distracted because of the fart. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't even know what to say. This is ridiculous. A girl with this much talent. I mean, I understand the comedy bits, but guess what? Santino Marella is there for the comedy bits. I mean, John Cena's there for the kids. Natalya is a person that, like, people like me who love and respect wrestling and wrestling matches and stuff like that, she is a person that can have a Divas match that would be actually good. But this is what they got her doing. I gotta move on from this because I think I'll lose my mind if I talk about this for one more second. Okay. So, because of that distraction, here comes Tamina. She gets the super splash and gets the win. Beth tries to come in there, but she gets knocked out because of that. She just doesn't even get her hit in. And she tries a super splash on Beth, but no, Beth escapes. They're going to have their match at the Elimination Chamber. Okay, let's move on. And then John Laryngitis comes in, and he's like, you know, Otunga wants to be into the Battle Royal or whatever, so it looks like he's going to be in there because everyone can be in this match. And I got to ask, John Laryngitis is kind of losing his gimmick. His voice is becoming more normal than the whole, I'm John Laryngitis, Executive Vice President, and Executive of the Talent Relations of Raw, and all that. But anyways, we get into the actual Battle Royal. This is the main event. Alright, you have such stars going in, like possible people going into the Elimination Chamber. Could possibly win the championship. People like Yoshitatsu, the Usos, Santino Marella, and even Tyler Rex, Drew McIntyre, and Derek Bateman. Oh my gosh. This sucks. None of these people, like I look on this list, the only people I can honestly see winning this match, maybe Drew McIntyre, but why? And like Ezekiel Jackson, but they already kind of threw him under the bus, so David Otunga? Who knows? So we get into the match, guys get eliminated, and oh my god, they do the stupid thing they always do in all these type of matches. Epico and Primo. Dude eliminates the other dude. Why? It's not down to you two. Wait to the end until you eliminate each other. I don't understand that. It's like when Matt and Jeff Hardy eliminated each other at the 2001 Royal Rumble, and there was only 3 participants of the 30-man Battle Royal in there. The 27 other people hadn't come out. And they eliminate each other. What sense does that make? None. Alright. And you gotta like this. Michael Cole moment. He says, veteran move, veteran instinct, by eliminating, you know, the Epico and Primo eliminating each other. Veteran. Veterans. Epico and Primo are veterans now. Nice. Okay, but Primo, Epico, they look so impressive in this match. Man, they are doing moves. It's awesome. I love it. But anyways, as it comes down to Ezekiel Jackson, Santino Marella, Drew McIntyre, and David Otunga. Okay. So, he puts on the Cobra. You've got, you know, Santino's putting on the Cobra. It's looking really stupid. And, yeah. Guess what? It comes down to Santino Marella and David Otunga. So it's got to be David Otunga, right? Santino chants are going, and I'm thinking, oh God, they couldn't, they wouldn't. Not even WWE could do this, right? Huge props for Santino. He gets in his fist of flurry and all that. Santino chants going crazy. Santino's like he's about to get eliminated by David Otunga, but Santino reverses it. And David Otunga like gets his foot caught in between the ropes as you know they kind of roll up. It looks like he twisted his ankle off, but apparently he wasn't hurt. He starts fumbling over it, and like I swear, everything of my whole house went in slow motion as I saw this. David Otunga just falls to the floor, and that's right, Santino Marella now in the Elimination Chamber. God, I don't even know what to think about this. And I just sit there, and I'm like, seriously? As the WWE logo says WWE Entertainment comes on, like, telling you that the show is over, right? And all I want to do is just flip off the logo. Like, seriously? Really? Once again, they're going to put, like, a comedy segment in an actual main event that's supposed to be serious. I like Santino Marella, but does he deserve to be in this match? No! Replacing Randy Orton, Santino Marella, that's right. Alright, so we're going to have to get to our predictions and scenarios video with Crystal and Chronix for the Elimination Chamber 2012, and that will be coming out soon. And, yeah.